the truth about success. Now, I want to take it from a perspective as it relates to us as women. By the way, I'm Dr. Sonia. I'm the CEO and founder of P3 Global. And again, this is all about success. But I want to give it to you straight, not what everybody else is sharing with you. There's 3 points that I really want to make. And number one, success is not overnight. Now, I know many people will share that with you. And as I look around and I see the people that are in this room right now, I know that people are telling you success should be happening overnight. And social media doesn't help the point at all. Let's be truthful about it. You can go on Facebook, you can go on Instagram, of course you can go on YouTube, and people are talking about the great life that they live. And they're on the beach and their feet are up and you see those pretty colored toenails and they have their family surrounded by them and you see jets in the background and you see their yacht over here. But they're not telling you that it didn't happen overnight. So many people are sitting back watching and thinking that truth about success that is happening just like that. And it's not. The part that people are leaving out, they don't share with you the sleepless nights. And we're talking about especially success in business. Many are not sharing the fact of what they had to sacrifice, what they had to give up, the friends that they lost along the way. Think about it. If you were to go to pull the covers back or Oprah were to share with you what it took for her to get to where she's at, it wouldn't be everything was just so easy and it was just so simple. And she would tell you that it was not overnight. Things just don't happen. I know Beyonce has a song, I woke up like this. No, you didn't. In this area, and especially when you're talking about the truth about success, you don't just wake up with this happening. You don't just go to sleep one night and you have this grand idea. You know that grand idea that you had that you were going to open this company and it was going to be amazing. And you wake up the next morning, you got people lined up at your door and people have their credit cards pulled out to pay you for your services. Last night you had the idea. Do you really believe? Well, if you did, let me go ahead and help you with that. No, ma'am. No ham, no turkey. It's not going to happen just like that. There's no such thing as overnight success for no one. I don't care who you know. I don't care who knows you. I don't care who you paid, where you invested. There's no such thing as overnight success. There is a journey. And there's a process to this. I'll say it again, just in case you missed it. There's a journey and there's a process to this. Success does not just happen as you lay your head down and you're visualizing and you're thinking about it and you just wake up and you are bam. If I may, this right here, where I am right now, starting this journey was not easy. I can even say it wasn't even simple. It was some work to do this. Now, in my mind, did I think, well, if I just did this and I did that, instantly it was going to happen. I don't know why I keep snapping my fingers, but I'm going to keep snapping it anyway, because every time I see it, it's like I wake up. And hopefully you're waking up too. The truth about success is not happening overnight. You've got to put in the work. And I need you to understand this on this point. There are some sacrifices that you have to make. And if you're not willing to make any sacrifices, you will be just like everybody else over here pretending to be successful. And you pull the curtain back and it's all lies. Point number 2, it is not about your talent alone. It is not even about the degree that you have. It's not about the people that you may know. And it's definitely not about you working harder. There's some people that are half as talented, let's say it's you right now, half as talented as you, but they are killing the game. You want to know why they're killing the game? Simply because they understand if they are willing to, 1, make sacrifices, 2, if they are willing to do the things that most people are not willing to do. Okay, let me just take for example, in this space in which I operate, right? In the coaching industry, I realized that there were people out there that came years before me. I won't say any names, but they came years before me. And I got compared to them often. And many of them say, well, man, this happened overnight. And I'm thinking to myself, absolutely not. It did not happen overnight. But I was willing, one, to make sacrifices. And I knew it just wasn't about my talent that was out there. And it wasn't that the other people were even more talented than I am. They just had more time on me. They started before I did. And when I started to realize that, I stopped comparing myself. This is the truth about success. I stopped comparing myself to other people that are out there right now. And I started thinking, well, they have a year on me. Well, they have 30 years on me. And I'm not talking about age. I'm talking about them beginning this journey, and especially in the coaching and consulting space. And even as a speaker, I realized it wasn't about talent that made them better than me. It was simply because they had more skin in the game and they had more experience. And so I needed to spend my time in the trenches being able to do what I love to do. Talent in itself, you just think about a track star. I'll even go back to when I was younger, running track in high school. I wasn't the most talented. You know why? The reason why I would win more awards than my peers and all of that? Because when everybody else was going home, I spent more time on the track. I was the first one to show up. I was the last one to leave and stay extra. And I would spend more time with the coach asking, so what am I doing? Am I coming out of the blocks right? Even when I ran hurdles, do I alternate legs? Because I was able to do that. It's like, well, let's try you running with just your right leg. I'm left-handed. Right? But that's just, anyway, I would run with and using my left leg to go over. And then I got so good at that, I'm like, okay, let me spice it up a little bit. Can I go faster if I do right, next hurdle left, next hurdle right, next hurdle left? Then I got good at that. And then I said, okay, if I can do that, let me see, can I just go left leg? And then I began to get better at all three because I pushed myself. I sacrificed more time because, again, I was there early and I stayed later. The question is, are you willing to make sacrifices? Are you willing to understand it's not that your talent alone or somebody else's talent is making them more successful than you. It is a simple fact that they're spending more time. They're spending more time to perfect what it is that they want to be great at. And last but not least, most people will say, success does not equal happiness. Who said? Who said that? The truth about success. I believe that success can equal happiness if you make a decision to enjoy what you do. In this space in which I operate, I absolutely love what I do. It is not about me getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars. It is more. It is more about I wake up in the morning thinking about doing this. I wake up thinking about what video can I put out there to help inspire someone or to motivate someone to do bigger and better. So the truth about success, you get to decide how this plays out. You get to decide. No one else gets to decide. But you have to know it is not about just your talent. It is not even about your degree. I missed that one. Let me come back to that. I know you may be listening to me and you have degrees falling out of your ears. I remember one time some years ago, I spoke to someone who worked at NASA. She had more degrees than anyone I'd ever met. Yet she was speaking to me. Did I get a little intimidated about that? I did. Before I even got on the call, I saw all these degrees that she had. She worked at NASA. She was doing this. She was amazing on paper. And she was amazing in person. But I realized she needed something that I had. And it was the wisdom and the information of how to build her business. And from that very moment, I thought, as I said, it's not about the talent. It's not even about the degrees that you have that are going to make you more successful than anyone else or just have the level of success. This is about, again, you making the sacrifices to get to that level of where you want to be and truly say, what is the true level of success? You get to decide that. And also about you really thinking about not just what I'm willing to sacrifice, what am I okay or will I not make the easy right, but take that hard left? When there's a holiday taking place, are you like everybody else? You're at a barbecue, you're hanging out. I'm going to take the day off. I believe it's all about working smarter and not working harder. There are plenty of people that are working harder. Think about your friends, your family, your parents, your coworkers are working hard, thinking that's going to get them to a level of success. I say begin to work smarter. So the truth about success is you working smarter. But Dr. Sonia, what is working smart all about? I heard you ask me that. I heard you thinking it. What is about working smarter? Smarter is, again, not making the easy right, but taking the hard left. Smarter when everybody else is doing things like everybody else is doing, and that you decide, well, I'm going to work smarter. I'm going to work less and make more money than I've ever made before. I'm going to pour into my relationships when most people are running away from relationships. I'm going to pour into this relationship. I'm going to get the needed counseling that my relationship needs. When everybody else is saying, well, I want that high powering job. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to go in early. True. I'm going to stay later. Great. But what can you do where you are doing things smarter that you don't burn yourself out? You got to figure out what that is, and you need to begin that journey today. That is the truth about success. Now, you go and command your day. You go and command your life, and you and only you can decide what the level of success is for you. Nobody else can control that. They didn't give it to you, and guess what? They can't take it away. This is Dr. Sonia. I hope you enjoyed this. Go ahead and comment, like, and share, and make sure you subscribe to this channel for more wisdom from this vault of understanding. If you didn't come from a wealthy family, and wealth doesn't just mean money, be sure that a wealthy family comes from you. And I'll see you at the very top.